Hey gang, and welcome back. These videos are brought to you by Card Conduit, the best place to sell your unused collection fast and easily. 401 Games, Canada's top shop for all your hobby and TCG needs. Dragon Shield, the strongest sleeves for your strongest decks. Moxfield, the easiest way to store and share your deck lists. And Foil Armor, flatten your foils fast. Mike wins the die roll and starts us off. He draws and plays a mountain. Ashley has a mountain as well for turn, and she casts a Soul Ring. She then taps the Soul Ring for Arcane Signet. Nick just plays a forest and casts a Birds of Paradise. My turn has me playing a Windswept Heath, and I sacrifice it to go and find a land as I pass turn. Mike draws and plays an island, and then casts a Party Thrasher and passes. Ashley's got a mountain, and then casts Gimli's Reckless Might and ships it. Nick plays an island and casts his own Soul Ring. He then has enough for Elrond and passes. I continue with fetches, dropping a Verdant Catacombs and crack it, going to find a land as I pass turn. Mike draws for turn and then discards an island to Party Thrasher, exiling his top two. He chooses the Lost and the Damned to cast, and plays a Field of the Dead as his land for turn. He then casts the Lost and the Damned, and passes to Ashley. Ashley's got a mountain, and then casts her commander with Clive. As he enters, she discards her hand and draws 3. Since Clive now has haste thanks to Gimli's Reckless Might, she swings him at Nick for 5. Nick takes the hit, and Ashley passes. Nick draws and then casts Deliberate, putting a counter onto both of his creatures thanks to Elrond. He then follows up with Champion of the Lambholt, and then plays an island for turn, and then casts Reason. They get to put another counter onto each creature thanks to Elrond again, and Nick passes turn. I just draw, play a swamp, and cast Dina. Mike draws and declines to use Party Thrasher, and just plays a Nykthos as his land for turn. He then casts Sanar. He makes a spawn token thanks to the Lost and the Damned, and he ships it after that. Ashley draws and plays a mountain, and then transforms Clive. As he becomes Ifrit, he fights the Champion of the Lambholt. Ashley then swings Ifrit at Nick. He blocks with Elrond, but takes the rest from the trample damage, and Ashley then passes turn. Nick draws, playing a Hinterland Harper as his land for turn, and then recasts Elrond once more. I just draw, play a Llanowar Wastes, and then pay a black for Viscera Seer. Mike draws and exiles Quantum Misalignment and Prismari Command to Sanar. And he then plays a mountain in his main phase. He then casts Passionate Archaeologist before convoking out Prismari Command. He picks a mode to destroy the Soul Ring and make a treasure token, not to mention hitting me for 3 with the Passionate Archaeologist trigger. Mike then continues by casting Quantum Misalignment and targets Sanar. But I respond with an Assassin's Trophy, destroying him, and allowing Mike to go and find a basic. The misalignment gets fizzled, and Mike passes turn. Ashley draws, and ticks up Ifrit in her main phase for 4 red mana, and she plays a mountain. She then casts Tanuk, and then a Glinthorn Buccaneer. She then goes to combat and swings Ifrit at Mike. She has Ifrit fight the Party Thrasher, and Mike then moves to blocks, chumping with a spawn token, and Ashley passes after combat. Nick draws for turn and plays a forest, and then casts Sphinx of Foresight. He follows it up with a Hardened Scales, and passes. During the end step, I sacrifice Viscera Seer to itself, drawing a card to Dina, and scrying 1 to its ability. My turn has me playing a High Market, and then casting Enduring Tenacity. Mike's got an island for turn, and then casts Vivi. He follows up with Irenicus' Vile Duplication, and targets Vivi. This has each opponent taking 1 from Vivi, and Vivi gaining a counter, and Mike then makes a token copy of Vivi and then passes turn. Ashley draws and flips back Ifrit into Clive, which as he comes back in, allows her to discard her hand and draws a fresh 7. We each take one from the Buccaneer, with Ashley discarding a card. Ashley then plays a mountain for turn, and follows up with a brash taunter. She then casts Combustion Man, and passes. Nick scries on his upkeep, which triggers Elrond, and he puts a +1/+1 counter onto Elrond, which is doubled thanks to Hardened Scales. He then draws for turn. He plays an island, and then casts Walking Ballista, and it comes in with 3 counters. Nick then swings the Sphinx of Foresight at Ashley, and she takes the hit for 4, and Nick passes. My land drop is a Grim Backwoods, and I then cast Bolas' Citadel. I play a Pitiless Plunderer off the top, and then a Cami of Whispered Hopes, and then a Blossoming Bog Beast, dropping down to a total of 16 life. I pass turn after that. Mike draws and casts Resonating Lute. This has each of his opponents taking 2 from the VVs, and they each gain a counter. Mike then plays Mystic Sanctuary, and with enough islands, gets to put Quantum Misalignment on top. Mike then recasts Sanar, which makes him a spawn token from the Lost and the Damned, and he passes to Ashley. Ashley draws for turn and casts a Gratuitous Violence. She then swings Combustion Man at Mike. She has Combustion Man fighting the VV copy with Gimli's Reckless Might, and targets the real VV with Combustion Man's on-attack ability. Mike decides to take the 4, which is doubled to 8, and then chumps the Combustion Man with a spawn token. After combat, Ashley passes. Nick scries, and he puts the counters onto the Walking Ballista and draws her turn. He then plays a Herald of Secret Streams, and then swings the now unblockable Ballista and Sphinx at Ashley. She takes the hit for both, and Nick passes. I draw for turn, and in my main phase, cast Sidisi Undead Vizier off the top and lose 5. And exploit the Enduring Tenacity to tutor for a card. I also get to draw a card from Dina. The card I tutored for is Ghalta, which I then cast for only 2 green because of all the power, and sacrifice it to Dina, and I target the Cami of Whispered Hopes to put the counters onto. This has been gaining 12 life as well, and I hit Ashley with the Enduring Tenacity trigger for 12 damage. I then lose 3 life casting a Moral Bargain off the top, but sacrifice no creatures as additional costs to just get it off the top. I then float mana off of my treasures, and I cast a Culling Ritual off the top. Nick responds by shooting the Brash Taunter for 6 with the Walking Ballista, and Ashley sends all the triggers at me for a total of 12. Nick also casts a Joint Exploration in response, and puts the counters onto the Sphinx, and the Culling Ritual then resolves. This gets me 7 mana, and I use some of it to cast Terra Sunder on the Gratuitous Violence. Ashley responds with a Deflecting Swat though, and changes the targets to Enduring Tenacity. Tenacity is then exiled, and I continue with an Earth Crystal. I then sacrifice Sidisi to the High Market to gain 1 life. Going to combat, I swing the Blossoming Bog Beast and Pitiless Plunderer at Nick, and the Cami of Whispers at Ashley. The Bog Beast gives me 2 life. The second part of the Bog Beast's on attack ability then resolves, giving my team +15/+15 and trample. Ashley gets taken out, while Nick blocks some, but then casts Silk Guard to pump up his team with extra counters to survive at 1 life. With nothing else, I pass turn. Mike draws and hits Spider-Verse off Sanar's trigger. He then casts it in his main phase. VV pings Mike's opponents, taking out Nick. He then casts Quantum Misalignment, targeting Sanar. This has VV pinging me again. Mike then plays his Thundering Falls, surveilling 1, and swings it at me. I take the hit for 6, and Mike then passes turn. I draw and float the mana off of my Cami, and then activate Dina to sacrifice it, and put all the counters onto the Bog Beast, plus gain that much life. At this point, I've gained more than enough life to swing it at Mike, since the Bog Beast will trigger a massive overrun, and he knows when he's beat, and I win the game. Game review time. So a lot of people have said that life gain decks don't have payoffs, and normally I would agree. Outside of Aetherflux Reservoir, there's not a ton of ways to finish a game despite having 1,000,000 life. In this case though, having a bunch of life gain in one particular turn proved really great with Blossoming Bog Beast. It's a card that's been on my radar for a long time, but I was a bit underwhelmed with the idea of having to attack with it. But as you saw, it got results. Other than that, it felt like every other deck got to do kind of the thing that they wanted to do, with Sanar getting to cast spells and having Vivia, which is always just good. Clive seemed like a real powerhouse, and Ashley was getting a lot of value out of flipping back and forth and getting more card draw and more mana, and it was awesome. And Elrond was just Scry Matters, which is really, really cool. This video wouldn't be possible without the help from my sponsors, but it definitely wouldn't be possible without the help from you, the viewers, and my patrons. So I just want to say thank you for watching, and to remember, friends are just opponents you haven't eliminated yet.